Yes, today we are going to talk about thumb sucking. And thumb sucking is a very important topic because I have seen a lot of parents who have been so frustrated by their children sucking their thumb. They've gone to all sorts of lengths, punishing the children, bandaging their hands, putting bitter things on the children's hands, ridiculing them, shouting at them. So, how does thumb sucking come about? Thumb sucking is a form of sucking. Babies begin to suck right from when they are in the womb, and they need to know how to suck so that they do not starve. Because when they come out, it is the sucking that will enable them to remove milk from the breast or breastfeed, or to drink from a bottle, suck from a bottle, if that is what you are going to give to your child. So thumb sucking is just another form of sucking, and sucking enables children to feed. You really want your child to be born able to suck. So it's a good thing. That, well, sometimes may go wrong depending on how you look at it. Now, it's a good thing. Naturally, what do children who suck their thumb do? A lot of children who suck their thumb stop sucking by the time they are 7 to 9 months old. So before that, you absolutely don't need to do anything about a child thumb sucking. And then there is this other group that will stop thumb sucking by the time they are 2 to 4 years old. So I will still say, and a lot of experts say, that before your child is 4 years old, don't intervene with their thumb sucking. And definitely don't go to the lengths of punishing them, ridiculing them, insulting, shouting, bandaging their hands. No, don't do that. If you do that, you are actually doing something wrong. So like I said, many children will stop thumb sucking by the time they are 2 to 4 years old. They've stopped thumb sucking. So when is it late? When must you intervene? Well, first of all, you need to intervene when the child sucks very aggressively. There are some children that suck so aggressively that the skin of the thumb becomes chaffed. Sometimes it gets infected, it may even bleed, and you don't want that to happen to your child. But you know what? When you have a child who is sucking their thumb aggressively, you, the adult, need to examine yourself. What are you doing wrong? Because one thing about sucking, apart from the fact that it helps the babies to feed, it also helps to relieve their boredom or their stress or their frustration. So, ask yourself, are you creating a lot of stress for your child? The way in which we create this stress, often without knowing, is that we shout at the children. So your child is thumb sucking and it upsets you. And what do? The next moment you yank the finger or the thumb from the mouth. What have you done? You have created more stress for the child. And what will the child do? Naturally, the child will turn to something that relieves their stress. So the child takes the thumb back into the mouth as soon as you leave it, or as soon as you are no more looking. So if your child is thumb sucking aggressively, first of all, ask yourself whether you could be the one contributing to it. So you should intervene when your child is thumb sucking aggressively. And then you should also intervene when the permanent teeth have come in. When babies are born, by the time they are about 6 months old or later, they begin to have their baby teeth or the milk teeth. These teeth will fall out. And then the permanent teeth will come in when the children are about 6 years old or a bit earlier. I've seen children from 4 years and so on having their permanent teeth. So when the permanent teeth are coming in and you see that they are not aligned properly, some are protruding outwards, then it is time to also intervene for your child who is thumb sucking. What are the interventions you should do? The first thing is that you should have a discussion with your child. A lot of times we assume that these children don't reason. So we don't want to talk to them like people who reason. Just have a discussion with your child. It could be something as simple as, oh, you know, you are not a big boy or you are not a big girl. That is why you are going to the big school. You are soon going to class 1 or grade 1. So you need to stop thumb sucking because that is what big boys or big girls do. Something as simple as that, and get the child to agree with you that is necessary. You could say, well, when you go to that school, people don't suck their thumb, something like that. Finish. And once you have done that, what should you do next? Whenever you see your child sucking their thumb, just ignore them. I know this sounds like it will not work because you want the child to stop thumb sucking. But remember, I said some children suck their thumb either because they are bored or they are stressed or they are uncomfortable or they are frustrated. So when you see them sucking their thumb, rather think, are they bored? If they are bored, find them something to do with their hands. It could be building blocks, Lego, drawing, coloring, something like that. Just find something like that for them. Don't refer at all to the fact that they are sucking their thumb. Pretend that you haven't seen them sucking their thumb. Rather, when you see them not sucking their thumb, you give them all the attention. Praise them, reward them. A reward can just be a hug. You can just carry them and dance around, or tell them that, oh, I'm going to play with you because you are not sucking your thumb, you've been a good girl, or just clap for them, or say clap for yourself, or give them a sticker, a high five, a thumbs up, something just as simple as that. So you reward them whenever you see them not sucking their thumb. And when you see them sucking their thumb, ignore it, because even those children that are determined to stop thumb sucking, once a while they will forget. I mean, as adults forget all the time, all the bad habits that you want to break, so how much more children? So when you see them thumb sucking, just ignore them. When you see them not thumb sucking, then you reward them with praise, a hug, high five, something, a gift or something like that. But don't give them a lot of toffees. Don't give them toffees whenever you see them not thumb sucking, because that one will spoil their teeth. And sometimes too, and this is the reason why you need to get them to stop before they go to school. Sometimes their peers or classmates can tease them. You know how children can be merciless. They cause a lot of harm without knowing it. So their classmates can tease them. And worst of all, some teachers don't know this. So they may not know how to handle a child who is thumb sucking. So there are some teachers who actually do the same things that the adults do at home. They just yank the child's finger out of the mouth. And you don't want this to happen to your child. So you need to get them to stop thumb sucking before they go to school, proper school, not nursery. As for nursery and creche, they are still, it's not school. It's just to prepare them for the big school or school actually. So that is thumb sucking. There is no need or no rush to intervene until your child is at least 4 years old, and then beyond that, because the permanent teeth may begin to come in at that time, then you can intervene. But definitely don't intervene by punishing them. Now, if all these things don't work, then you should take your child to go and see a pediatrician or a dentist or an orthodontist, or somebody who is trained to deal with these things. Sometimes the child may actually need to see a clinical psychologist on the recommendation of the pediatrician, because like I said, sometimes the adults are so harsh on these children that some of them may actually have some other bad effects from these things. So that is all about thumb sucking for you. Don't be in a rush. Be patient with your child. Be kind to your child. And you can definitely reason with your child. So what has been your experience? Have you had a child who sucked the thumb? What did you do about it? Did the child stop on their own or not? Let us know in the comment section. Thank you for watching. If you find this relevant, kindly subscribe to our channel. Thank you. And give us a thumbs up. It means a lot to us. Bye.